Speaking of unders, we got to do it. We got to jump 2 feet in and talk about a game and a team that only your mother could love. I am, of course, talking to our grandmother. What is the saying? A face only a grandmother could love or a mother could love? I can't remember. Whatever. I got a face that everybody could love. So what do I care? But I'm obviously talking about Michigan, number 4 in the country. It's been an interesting debate all week. Who's number 4? Is it Clemson? Is it Michigan? Is it USC? Is it somebody else? Well, they go on the road. Very interesting line. They are an 11-point road favorite at Iowa. Kinnick Stadium, big game. Over under, how about this, is 42 points. And so look, at this point, we've done all the Iowa jokes, and I'm not going to sit here. We actually have a weirdly large number of Iowa fans that listen to this show. So shout out to all you guys and girls. When I did the giveaway of the Buffalo Wild Wings gift cards, we sent quite a few to Iowa. So shout out to all you guys and girls in Iowa. But why I bring it up is because you don't need me to kind of go through all the stats on Iowa and how bad the defense or how bad the offense is. But what I will say, I did think something interesting happened last week at Rutgers. They win 27-0. But why that game was important to me is because they won 20-7-0 in large part because they forced 3 turnovers. This is who Iowa has always been. And when Iowa is at its best, they force a lot of turnovers. They have a lot of short fields. They take time off the clock. And that's how they beat teams historically, like Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, on and on and on and on and on. Penn State last year in Kinnick, I believe, had 4 turnovers, which led to the Iowa win. And so when I look at this game, that's what stands out to me, is Iowa coming off a game in which they forced 3 turnovers. Last year, they were 3rd in the country in total forced turnovers. Is this a game where you can slow down the run? J.J. McCarthy, his first road start, can you put him in position where it's 3rd and long and he's got to make plays? Because one thing with J.J. McCarthy, I get that he's crazy talented. I'm not saying that Jim Harbaugh made the wrong decision at quarterback. But J.J. McCarthy, he has more upside than Cade McNamara. But he also makes more mistakes. If you watch the Maryland game last week, I understand that if you look at the box score, he played pretty well. I think it was 18-26. He's awesome. Well, he also took a couple weird sacks. He also tried to extend some plays. Never forget last year, the Michigan State game that Michigan lost in the regular season. He had a key fumble late. And so I do think that's kind of the X factor here. Can Iowa force a turnover or 2? And if they do, can they capitalize? If not, can Michigan move the ball, especially on the ground? Because go back to last week, what did Michigan do effectively? They took the ball out of J.J. McCarthy's hands. They handed it to Blake Corum. Blake Corum, 243 yards rushing in that game. Well, guess who's got a top 10 defense nationally in the run game? It's Iowa, and that's what this game comes down to. Can Iowa slow things down? And more importantly, if they do slow things down, can they put themselves in a position where they put J.J. McCarthy in 3rd and longs, put J.J. McCarthy in situations where he has to make plays? And if they do, can they get him to make plays, get him to turn the ball over and keep this close? Because of it, I'll tell you this. This is my Betfred Sportsbook boost of the week, okay? Betfred Sportsbook boost of the week, plus 11 at home. You go to betfredsportsbook.com or the Betfred Sportsbook, I should say, download the app in Iowa, Arizona, Colorado. In Iowa, you can make this bet in Iowa. So if you're in Iowa listening, make this bet. Plus 11 at plus 110 odds. You're getting great odds on this game. And this is a game I feel very confident about. The last little thought and why I like this so much. History tells us Iowa is going to give Michigan fits, okay? Prior to doing the show and doing my picks this week, I went back and looked it up because I thought to myself, I said, it feels like Iowa always gives Michigan fits, especially at home. Went back and looked it up. Now, they don't play every year or every other year, so it's not as though Michigan has gone to Kinnick every year, every other year for the past however many years. But it is worth noting, the last 5 times that Michigan has played at Iowa, Iowa has won outright. The last time that Michigan won at Iowa, and again, I know they don't play each other every year, 2005 was the last time that Michigan won outright at Iowa. The last time Michigan won by double digits at Iowa, you got to go back to 1994. I don't even know how many of you were born in 1994. That was the last time that Michigan won by double figures at Iowa. This is my Betfred boost. This is my favorite bet of the week. I know you got to hold your nose a little bit. But Iowa plays Michigan tough. I think the matchup favors Iowa to keep things close. Now, Michigan might win, but to keep things close, I do like Iowa.